Okay, it's Henry again, and it's been another 2 months, so I have got another package from HobbyLink Japan. As most of you know, I'm a big fan of the private warehouse function where you can just buy stuff and buy stuff and buy stuff and let it build up for 60 days and then ship it all at once. So roughly every 2 months I get a new box from HLJ. Okay, let's open this up. It's very heavy. Very, very heavy. There's, I think, 3 kits and a bunch of supplies in here. I've been buying up some new tools lately, and some of those new tools are in this box, so I'm pretty excited to break them out and get to use them. Okay. Fold this down as best I can, sort of orient this so I can get everything in the picture frame. Alright, whoa, stuff flying around, okay. Just get rid of some of this bubbly stuff. Alright, I guess I'll start off with these 2 kits since they're right here at the top. HUC Gelgoog Jaeger. Very, very cool Gelgoog design. I've really been in a 0080 kick lately. I've rewatched 0080 like twice in the past month or two. Because, I mean, it's only 6 episodes, so it's really, I mean, you could watch it in an afternoon. But it's just a really, really cool Gelgoog design, and I really like Izubuchi's designs in general. And it's got my favorite Gelgoog weapon. This big beam machine gun thing is amazing. So, here it is. This is an older high grade. What's it from? 2004. But still a really solid design. And it's got some decent detail on it. I'm thinking I'm going to have to give it some replacement hands. But then again, that's pretty much true with every high grade, or almost every high grade. But I've been wanting to get into scratch building hands here lately, and I think that's something I want to try to do on this kit. And also this one, another Gelgoog, the high-grade Gelgoog Marine, a little bit older. This one is from 2000. It's one of the earlier HGUC kits, number 16 in the line. And I love Stardust Memory. It's my, I think, second favorite Gundam series, probably. Either that or 8th MS Team. I don't know, I kind of go back and forth, but I love the Gelgoog Marine. The Gelgoog Marine is actually my favorite Gelgoog design. I love it to death. And this one being an older high grade, the detail is not quite up to par to what you would see on high grades nowadays, so I'm thinking what I'll do with this guy is probably do it up in the original colors, but just detail it up, like give it some new hands, maybe scrub a few panel lines, add some detail up under the shoulder armor and the skirt armor and stuff like that. Maybe mess with the proportions a little bit, so that'll be a fun little project. Let's see, there's one more kit in there, but all of my supplies are on top of it. Let's see, first up is a Tsquare. Now this is something that I've been needing for a while, I just haven't gotten around to buying one. It's essentially just 2 rulers fused together, and what this is going to do is going to let you make perfectly perpendicular lines when you go to cut plow plate. And up until now I've just been like, I'll go on one end of the plow plate, measure whatever 5 millimeters, measure 5 millimeters on this side, draw a line, and then cut. With this, I don't have to do that. I can just do the whole thing in one action. So this is going to save me quite a bit of time in scratch building. Also, got a wave protractor. Now I already have a protractor. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Here we go. I have a little plastic protractor. This one's a lot nicer because it's actually got a arm on it that acts as a cutting guide when you go to, or cutting or drawing guide when you go to measure stuff. So, like this little part of the arm will tell you your measurement, and then this long arm on the bottom will be your cutting guide. So this will also help with the accuracy of cutting angles and stuff, which will be really, really helpful in terms of scratch building. Let's see, another thing here. This is actually a brand new item that Wave just came out with last month, I think, in July. Or no, actually, no, I think it came out in August. I think it came out this month. This is a smaller Tsquare, but this one is on a slide. And what that's going to let you do is it's going to let you make sequential parallel cuts along your piece of ply plate. And it's kind of the same functionality as this one, but just a little bit more geared towards making like sequential lines when you have to cut out several pieces of ply plate all parallel to each other. And I figured, you know, why not? If it saves me a little bit of time, it'll probably be worth it. So went ahead and picked one of those up. Also have a new toy. This is a file. I already have some of these Tsquare sandpaper blocks. It's just like a plastic block, and then it's got a piece of Velcro on it that attaches with these little strips of sandpaper. This one's the same plastic block, but it's actually got a metal file on it. It's wrapped up in paper right now, so you can't see it, but it's got a metal file just like you know, the ones you hold by hand, only this one's got the little plastic block backing on it. So picked up one of those. This is the coarse file, I believe, and I also ordered the fine file. It literally got in stock the day after I had this box shipped, so I just shipped the fine file by itself, and it'll get here. I shipped it snail mail, so it'll be like 2 weeks before it gets here. Let's see. Here we go. Got some springs. Let's see, these are, I think, 4mm springs, 1mm spring, lots of 1mm springs. I got these basically with the intention of using them on 1:144 scale Xeon kits, like for the energy cables, specifically the head. Like, I'd probably use like I've already got some, like 2mm springs I can use for the legs and the torso, but these 1mm springs will be nice for the head and smaller cables and stuff, like if it has any cables in the joints. And then I got some 4mm springs. I'm going to need those for another project that I've got planned in the near future, a 1/60th scale Zaku. Here I've got, is that all I got? I thought I had more than one of those. Oh, yep, there we go, 3. Got 3 packs of rivets, and these two are stuck together. Also made by Wave. And these are just super tiny little plastic half spheres. They come in 1mm, 1.2, 1.6, and 2mm. Now, the small ones I might actually use for rivets, but the reason I bought these is for the 2mm. Actually, the 1.6 and the 2mm rivets. You can glue 2 of those together to make a sphere. With a panel line going around the middle, essentially. And these make very, very good knuckle joints for 1:144 scale hands. And I guess you could probably use the 2mm ones for 1:100 scale hands if the MS is small enough. But yeah, I mentioned earlier about wanting to scratch build hands. Going to be using those for that very purpose. Alright, here's another item. This is from Voyager Model. Oh, I didn't actually think this is going to be a 2-pack. I thought it was just one. Anyway, this is a chamfer tool, and what it is, it's a photo etch, laser cut, little steel tool, and it's a scraper. If you can see, I don't know if that's gonna, it's got little measurements etched onto it for the different angles and the different widths and stuff. And what that's going to let you do is it's going to let you scrape the edges of your plastic parts to get the angles just the way you want them to be. And this was only, I think, like $3, $4, something like that. I figured, why not? Might as well buy it. See, there's kind of the instructions there. Beveling an edge on that one. scraping out a nice sharp corner on that piece. So for the price, might as well pick it up, even if it helps just a little bit. Alright, got some Master Grade Epyon decals. I have a Master Grade Epyon that's sitting around, and I don't like stickers and dry transfers, so I figured I might as well get the water slides for that. Next up, I've got some plot plate, and usually I buy Plastruct white plot plate. It's a US made brand. Haven't ever tried wave plot plate before, so I got some gray and 1mm. And I got some of this dark yellow plot plate, 1mm, 0.5 millimeter, and 0.3 millimeter. And oh, look, there's another pack of springs stuck between them. So yeah, just some more different color plot plates just to change it up from the basic white. I think I've heard that wave plot plate is a little bit softer, not quite as rigid as Plastruct, so we'll see. I can definitely have advantages. And the last item in the box, in fact, let me move this box out of the way, is a Master Grade Zaku 2 F2. Another older kit from, as I say, 2002. This is the EFSF version. I built the Xeon version way back in the day, like in 2008, I think, before I even started my YouTube channel. I think I might have reviewed that kit, though. Anyway, so this is the EFSF version. I got this because I won a resin conversion kit on Yahoo Japan auctions to convert this kit into the Zaku Kai from 0080. So I needed a Master Grade F2 to go along with that conversion kit, so that's why I got this. I was very excited, though, to find out that this kit comes with a closed left fist, and the Xeon version definitely did not. I remember the Xeon version had the open hands and the posable hands, but this one's got a fixed pose trigger finger hand and a fixed pose left fist that didn't come with the Xeon version, so that actually makes me very, very happy. Might not have to scratch build any hands on this kit. Oh, look, it's one of those fancy things that Master Grades used to come with back in the day. Haven't gotten one of those in a long time. So, yep, general, basic, early 2000s Master Grade. I actually like the F2. I think the high-grade Universal Century F2 looks a little bit better. Actually, a lot better than the Master Grade. But, like I said, this guy's going to get turned into a Zaku Kai anyway, so don't really have to worry about it. So, that is everything in the box, and I'm very excited. I'm honestly more excited for the tools than I am for the kit, so that's just kind of how I am nowadays. And very, very good stuff, and I'm sure with some of the projects I've got lined up in the future, you'll see me using a lot of these new tools and stuff in those videos coming up pretty soon. So with that, I'll see you guys next time.